After passing their post-test, the only other thing we have to do is graduation, and the recruits know that. You can see a very, very strong sense of pride coming from them and all of their accomplishments. For a lot of people, this is the most important thing that they have done in their lives up to that point. For us instructors, we can remember back from day one when they were standing outside on the sidewalk and look at them now, and we can see the growth and the maturity in them.
I'm so excited. I'm excited to get out on the road. I'm excited for this journey that I've worked so hard for. Honestly, I consider it my biggest accomplishment in life. It's been for me, a year. So failing and then coming back, I just knew I needed to grind harder this time and to get through it and to actually get my badge and hold my badge. Just like, it's my dream. I've been working for this for so long, and since I was a little girl, I was like, I want to be like them, and now I'm them.
Prior to the ceremony, when they're pulling out those police uniforms and they're putting them on for the first time, they're taking pride in the way they look. And you can feel that sense of camaraderie that they have acquired over the last 6 months. Proud of all of them, every last one of them that graduates. It takes me back to that moment from when I graduated and how I felt.
It feels great to finally have the uniform on. It feels like we did a lot to get to this point. The uniform makes it feel real.
6 months of training, and now you putting the actual uniform on compared to a recruit uniform, it just feels like a great reward. I feel like I'm going to do the uniform, great justice. I feel like I'm going to serve my community with integrity and honesty. I just feel overall happy and excited.
Today, I put on my uniform for the first time, and it just felt so surreal. I don't know how to explain the emotion, just making sure everything's perfect, putting it on, everything's coming to an end.
You're kind of stressed out putting it on, making sure you have everything and worried about how it looks, and this is the first time you're putting it on, and it does mean something a little bit bigger than just a shirt on your back. Taking that moment, thinking about the emblem on your shoulder and the community that you're about to go be a part of, and try and do the best you can and learn along the way.
Yeah, it's finally here, and I think it'll take time to process. Once Thursday happens and you sleep and you wake up and you realize all that craziness is over with, but there's still a lot of challenges ahead.
I'm excited for it. I got a lot of family that's going to be there. They're all super proud of me. You'll actually be addressed as an officer, you'll be in uniform and get sworn in. It's going to bring things to life, so I'm excited for it.
We prepared and practiced 100 times, but I'm still pretty nervous.
I've seen these guys running around town all over the county for my entire life. Feels good to finally join the club, I guess you could say.
For some reason, it still hasn't hit me yet that I'm about to graduate and I'm going to be a full-fledged police officer. I don't think it would hit me until I cross that stage.
Police Officer Devin Smith, University of Missouri St. Louis Police Department. At this time, I would like to present the police officers of graduating class 209.
If I had to pick anyone in our class that impressed me the most, it'd probably be Recruit Heilman. He comes from the U.S. Marine Corps. On the first day, I was like, damn, he's really marined out, and I was like, I don't know if I'm going to get along with him, or I don't know if I'd like him a lot, but he's a really cool dude. He always looks out for everybody. He's just a really good leader.
I'd say either Crawford or Heilman. Very mature individuals, good leaders. I depend on both of them, I know that for a fact.
Recruit Reed, because he is on his second time through here now. He didn't give up, and this is not an easy 6 months. Not just for the training, but being around this many recruits and a new batch of us, because we're a lot to handle with each other. So a lot of respect to him for that.
I don't know if I can pick just one, because I had a leg up knowing what this experience was going to be like, being my second time through. So it was actually really fun to get to watch everybody going through the nerves and the fear of the first week or so, kind of getting their bearings and getting into the rhythm of what this is going to be like. So it was a lot of fun watching all of my classmates grow from initial scared recruits into people I'd go out on the street with now. So I don't know if I have one that was most impressive. I'm pretty impressed by this entire class.
Cleanliness.
she knows her stuff. And she helped out the class so many times, coming up with like study guides, and she remembers everything as well. So she is probably the most impressive.
The most impressive recruit in our class would be Recruit Crawford. Being able to see the human aspect, like we can wear the uniform, but having a name and the person behind the uniform is what makes you that unique individual. So his patience, but command and control, like his confidence in a way. I think that's what impressed me the most. I think he'd be overall recruit. I think he has a chance getting overall.
Would Chesterfield Police Officer Joshua Crawford please stand? Officer Crawford is receiving a certificate tonight for having the highest academic average. Officer Crawford will also be receiving the award for being the best overall recruit of Class 209. The Best Overall Recruit Award is the most coveted award given by the Academy.
Officer Stir picked 3 excellent squad leaders this time. We choose 3 recruits who kind of show themselves above the rest early on. If you can pick the right ones, they keep the class in line.
The 3 standouts right off the bat were Cleatermas, Crawford, and Heilman. They stood out as just natural leaders.
These are going to be the award winners.
Top defensive tactics is Reed. Top PT is Cleatermas. Top firearms is Heilman. Top academic and top overall is Crawford. So to say Crawford, Heilman, and Cleatermas were 3 good picks, they all are getting awards. So I think we made good choices on day 3.
What I would say to future recruits, rely on your instructors because they know exactly what they're talking about. And study, study, study. And if you're not confused on something, ask your instructor because they will break it down and they will not come off the subject until you understand.
I guess the most important thing is be yourself. Don't try to fall into a group or try to be someone you're not, and learn to take criticism. It's hard for people to bite their tongues and just take the criticism, but if you do that, as soon as I opened my mind for the criticism and learned to accept it, I started excelling. I learned so many new things, and I feel like I'm not only going to be a better officer, as a better person.
Stay positive and always remember why you showed up here in the first place.
Make sure you're physically prepared because that's going to take a lot of effort to get through this academy physically, but I think the mental grit and having the emotional control and confidence that you can do it to apply yourself.
Understand that this job is bigger than you. This is a team environment. Once you get out on the street, you're going to be asked to cooperate with other individuals. Selfishness has no place here.
It's gonna suck sometimes, but you're not doing it alone. You do it with a bunch of other men and women who are going through with you with the same mindset as you. It does get better. If you really want to do it, do it. But if you're on the fence, just take a second to think about it because you need to be fully committed when you start.
Was there anything that you found to be surprising or different than you expected?
The simplicity of scenario training in a good way because it kind of expresses how simple some of these things are on the street and we just kind of make them a lot more challenging on ourselves the way we react. I think if we just kept everything simple, it would be a lot easier to deal with a lot of things.
It's a very good academy when it comes to learning and establishing a real life practical application. Like I think they really drive home, like this is how to be a good patrol officer.
Overall, I think this academy sets the foundation for the streets because I think if you have a strong training block, you have good instructors that mentor you, you have peers that you learn from their strengths and weaknesses and they learn from yours, and just learning to work with diverse people, it sets you for success for the streets.
What do you wish for them in their future careers?
Of course, safety, success. I hope that in the next year, 6 months, if this isn't the career for them, again, you're serving the public and it's a calling. If it is their calling, I can't wait to be at their retirement in 30 years, God willing.
I hope they all have a stellar career, push them the best in whatever they choose to do, and they can always come back here and they know where to find me if they need anything.
There have been several times where I've gotten phone calls from recruits about a particular situation that they were in, and they always say, hey, I want to thank you for everything that you taught in human behavior. I like those moments because, you know, that's my validation. That's all the validation I need right there. Knowing that I'm doing something that is helping them be able to do their job.